get ready to be grossed out, because this is a video about the grossest thing that I've ever seen in my life, the weirdest thing I have ever seen, the grossest thing I've ever tasted, the worst thing I've ever smelt, and the worst thing I've ever touched. 5 senses. Texture, sight, ears, and, well, the worst sound. I forgot about that one. But anyways, which one should I start out first? I'll do the worst thing I've ever touched. It's probably not that bad, but the worst thing I've ever touched was, this is kind of gross, so if you're sensitive to like gross stuff, just leave after a minute. So I'm giving you until it's 1 minute in to leave. We'll just... Okay, if you are still here, then get ready to be grossed out, because I have touched my dog's vomit before, like with all my hands. Like, I was 4 years old, and my dog Maggie, she threw up, and I was like, ooh, I wonder what it tastes. I wonder what that tastes. Oh, I messed it up twice. I wonder what that feels like. And then I wiped it on my shirt, and then I had to bleach my shirt. It was disgusting. It's kind of like the whole the 2 ladies and the cup of ice cream. It's only one. You'll understand the joke, but yeah, there are youngsters watching, and this is a PG channel, so I'm not gonna say, but two ladies and a cup of ice cream. That's all I need to know. But anyways, the worst thing I've ever seen is, not like vomit, but the worst thing I've ever seen is, I was at a park once, and I saw a baby bird, or an adult bird, pick up a worm and eat it, and then just spit it out into the little baby bird's mouth. Ugh. And I'm just like, I'm not a cat, so I can't do that. Yes, that's the worst thing I've ever saw, because of how it was. Because, how would you like if you saw a bird just chew up a worm and then just spit it out? I know that's a thing of nature and that they're supposed to do that, but this is just gross. Sorry. The worst thing I've ever heard is, well, you're probably going to judge me for this, but after all my years of life, I never liked the sound of a clicking tongue. I never liked that noise. Just never. Worst thing I've ever heard. That's not that bad. The worst thing I've ever heard is that I hate it, and I wish it wasn't even real. Now, what's left? Taste and smelt. I've covered 3. Let's do the worst thing I've ever tasted. I'm sorry, but I had food at a restaurant once, and it was yucky and gross, and I found a piece of plastic in my food, and I'm just like, send it back. But then they brought it back, and there was a bigger piece of plastic in it, and it was a chicken thing, and it had plastic in it, and I took a bite out of it, and it was just disgusting. I'm not going to say the name of the restaurant, so you write letters to it and everything, but if you're an employee at this restaurant and you serve me that bad food, you know who you are, and I never forgave you. The worst thing I have ever smelt is, without a doubt, the worst thing I've ever smelt in my life is not my own farts, not my own fart, not my cat's fart, but my dog's fart. There's just one time where he was running around, and then he just farted, and I went outside for like 10 whole minutes, and then I went back inside. It was just worse. The fan was blowing it everywhere, and it was just and it almost made me throw up. It was so horrible. And I'm gonna add something. The worst experience of my life. Well, actually, I have 3. Being stuck on the toilet for half an hour. Well, actually, an hour and a half, I counted. I was stuck on the toilet for half an hour. I was bad. I was sick, and there was no toilet paper. So I just stood there, and like half an hour and an hour and a half later, my mom came in and just saw me. I got a busted shin from that, like sitting on the toilet for too long, and I was just like, for the whole time, and it was just busted. Told you it was gross, and accidentally sliding on a piece of poo. Why am I talking about poo? But it was my cat's poo, okay? It was all slimy and brand new, and I slid on it, and I fell on it. I had a shower immediately, and I washed all my clothes, and I bleached my clothes, and just, that was the worst experience of my life. The worst experience of my life was probably worse than those, because I could deal with those, but I could not deal with this. Our air conditioner broke once, and I was sweating all over the place. Actually, it's a tie. Our air conditioner broke, and it was hot in there, and it was just making me mad, and everything was sweaty, everything was burning, everything was hot, and it was a summer day, so it was even worse. And I live in Texas, which is one of the hottest. It's like second place to the hottest state in the U.S., which is Arizona. Probably third place, next to probably New Mexico. And the worst one was when I was in third grade, I farted all night. Like, I couldn't go 1 minute without farting. And my room just smelled like a dirty old man fart. Sorry if I grossed you out, and sorry if you think I'm weird, but this is my experience in life. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and like and comment down what was the worst thing you have smelt, or what was the worst thing you've smelt, tasted, heard, saw, or touched. And write down your 3 experiences in the comments below. And don't forget to ring the bell. And to subscribe, like, and comment. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. I'm sorry you couldn't even see my face for the whole video, but that's the way my camera angle is. So, bye. My hair's getting long.